All right, so what this drawing is, this is a scale drawing of the solar system. Now, it's not to scale, it is to scale, but it's not an accurate drawing. It's an estimation of our solar system. So for example, it's in 2D, and the orbits are circular. If you know anything about the planet orbits, they're not circular, they're elliptical. They're ellipses. But this is the average orbit of the planets going around. Okay, so this is a little bit about the drawing. Now this goes hand in hand with your worksheet. So let me click on the worksheet down here so you can see it. So this is the worksheet. Here are the directions for this. Directions. This is a scale drawing of the solar system. The starting place for this, and it's a scavenger hunt. The starting place of the hunt is where I used to teach, Great Bend, Kansas. In Kansas, find Barton County, then Great Bend. Once you have found Great Bend on Morton Street, you'll find Great Bend High School, where I taught. In the high school, you'll find my old classroom. It's on the northeast corner of the building. And on the desk, you'll find the next set of directions. On each stop of the scavenger hunt, there are questions. Find the answer to those questions and fill in the blanks. Note, all the planets and moons are located on the right quadrant of the orbits. So now let's go back to our CAD drawing. So here on our CAD drawing, again, this is a scale drawing of the solar system. So if you know anything about the solar system, the Earth, if you heard this before, is the third rock from the sun. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and start zooming in on this. Now, as a side note, you can look here. All planets are located on the right quadrant. We already heard that in the other directions. Zoom in there to see the details. And now a little side note here. Just FYI, this text is 12 trillion feet tall. So in CAD, you can pretty much zoom almost infinitely. It's not infinitely, but almost. So this is somewhat large text there. So let's keep zooming in here on this. So we're going to zoom in. We see all these circles. Oh, we see a little speck there in the center. I wonder what that speck is. Let's see. Oh, that's the sun. The sun, it has a diameter of 4,560,590,000 feet. Has a radius of 0 because it is its own, and 9 planets orbiting it. So let's scroll out here. And I said the third rock from the sun. So we're going to go out here to the third ring. 1, 2, third ring. On this third ring, right over here on this right-hand quadrant, where this line crosses it, you might see a little tiny speck there. So let's zoom in on that speck. Okay, we get bigger. Oh, there's the planet. Oh, wait, no, maybe that's not the planet. Oh, wait, there's the planet on the inside. Well, that outside thing is something else. We'll have to look at that later. But let's zoom in here. All right, there we're seeing the United States, we're seeing North and South America, and the outline of the United States and all the states there. We zoom in. Here's Kansas. And again, this is to scale. The size of Kansas is approximately 200 miles tall by 400 miles wide. That is the size of this. We'll zoom in here a little bit more on it. Now, if you have no idea where Barton County is right about the exact center of the state. So we'll zoom in there on Barton County. On Barton County, this is the city streets of Great Bend. Back in the day when I used to teach in Great Bend, I got the city streets from one of the city planners in CAD. So I inserted that into this drawing. So there's the city streets. Now, here in the middle-ish of it, this is actually the high school. You can see some details there. You zoom in there on that, and those are the architectural drawings of the actual high school. In my directions, it said the northeast corner. So north and east corner, right up here. There you see a classroom, so we're going to zoom in on that. And there's the layout of my old classroom. I had 24 computers in there with monitors on some monitor arms there, like so. This is my teaching desk at the front of the room. So I'm going to zoom in on that teaching desk, and there are my instructions. Now, if you can't quite get on this far enough, you can always zoom just a little bit more by hitting the Z button, so Z, enter, and picking a window right around that, and you can get in on that just a little. Well, actually, that's as tight as it's going to let me go, but that's okay. I can read these directions. It says, find Saturn and look at the moons. Find the moon with the largest diameter. On the moon's equator, find your next set of directions. Okay, so your two questions are, what is the name of Saturn's largest moon? And number two, what is its diameter in miles? So what you're looking for is Saturn's largest moon. So on your worksheet, I kind of did this first little part for you. You're looking for Saturn's largest moon. This is just really a little bit of a notes for you to write down. Okay, so you don't have to go back to the former position and trying to remember what you're looking for. So here you're looking for Saturn's largest moon. All right, so let's go back to our drawing. And now if you don't remember, because I definitely don't, what planet Saturn is, you can zoom out all the way that we just zoomed in, or remember, if you double click, if you have a mouse with a scrolling middle button, that little rolling button there that you're zooming in and out with, if you double click on it, it should zoom you out in the entire drawing. So now I just have to find Saturn. You know, honestly, I really don't remember which planet Saturn is. So I'm just going to start out here. I know it's further out than the Earth. So let's see. Next one, I don't think that's it. 99% sure, but let's zoom in here on it. Oh, that's Mars. Hey, I knew that. Mars was the next planet out. Let's go out to the next one. Oh, that one's Jupiter. And here it tells you some information about Jupiter. Jupiter, its diameter is 469 million feet. Radius of orbit is, wow, what is that? 2 trillion feet. Number of moons is 27 moons. It gives the name of all those moons. All right, let's go out to our next planet. Out here. All right, there we found Saturn. Now on this one, I tricked you a little bit. I didn't list out all the moons. So you're going to have to look through the moons to find the name of the moons. And then on the orbit of the largest one, you're going to, or sorry, not on the orbit, on the equator of the largest one, you're going to have to, you're going to have to find the next set of directions. So I'm just going to go out here to my first moon. This one right here, there's my first one. And again, it's on the quadrant over here on the right where that line crosses it. There's my first moon. It's called Pan. It's 65,000 feet. You might have to write it down on a piece of scratch paper, some notes. So Pan is 65,000 feet. So I don't know if that's the largest or not, but I just kind of jotted that note down. Now I'm going to go out to my next moon. My next one is Atlas. Well, it's 98,000 feet diameter, so it's larger. So I'm going to zoom out and go to my next one. I'm not going to go ahead and play this through all of these moons. So I'm going to pause the video, and when we come back, you'll see that I found the correct moon. You're just going to have to go through there until you find the largest one. Okay, so here I have found the largest moon. I have the name of it just out of view down there, so you can't see that. Kind of did that on purpose. But this is the largest moon. So the equator of the moon is this line that goes right across here. So it says, on the equator, find your next set of directions. So I'm going to zoom in there on the equator. And, oh, let me see. Oh, there I see a little bit extra stuff on the equator. So let me see what that is all about. So let's see. Okay. Good job. You found the right moon. Next, I want you to go to the planet Mars. Okay, that's my next set of instructions. But here on the side, I included the 2 questions you have. So these are the questions for question number 1. What is the name of this largest moon? And you're going to write that down. Write down the name of the largest moon. Whatever it might be. I don't remember. Rhea, was that it? I can't remember. Anyway, you're going to write the number or the name of it down there. And then its diameter in miles. And out there on the little information, it tells you what its diameter is. You might have to do a little bit of conversion there. I don't remember. Between feet and miles or inches and miles. I can't remember what I put that in there. But you might have to do a little bit of conversion. So there's what this one is. You're going to put down the name of the moon, the diameter in miles, and that's question 1 and 2. Now, over here, what we started to do, here's question number 3. So what you're going to do, good job, you found the right moon. Next, I want you to go to the planet Mars and find the rover that was sent up a few years ago. Now, I should change the wording of this because it was more than a few years ago now. It was a lot of years ago. But when I first created this assignment 10 or 15 years ago, actually probably like 15 years ago, it was a few years ago. But I've added more and more to this assignment all the time. But on that rover, you'll find a plate with your next set of directions on the rover. So write this down. This is your kind of note. The rover is in the crater in the northeastern hemisphere. So you're looking for a crater, one of these circles, would be a crater. You're looking for a crater in the northeastern hemisphere of what planet? Mars. So your little note could be on your Word document. What are you looking for? Crater, northeast corner of Mars. And you're looking for a rover. And you can just write that in there. I would just edit this document, this Word document that you downloaded, and then you're just going to upload that to Student View when you're all finished up with this. So there's kind of what you're going to do. I'm not going to take you through all of this whole assignment. I'll double click here and get back out here. On this assignment, you will find there's all kinds of little random things added in there. Random just things I've added to the drawing. They don't have anything to do with the scavenger hunt, but little things there. If you remember, I think I told the story at the beginning when we started class, where I proposed to my wife. You will see me in this drawing, drawn to scale, at 6'6" tall, and my wife is 5'7". You'll see me in there, drawn to scale, proposing to my wife. I'm down on one knee, so I'm not 6'6" tall, but you'll see me proposing to my wife wherever it was that I proposed to her at, and it's on that map there. So there's a lot of fun little stuff on this. We've been doing a lot of CAD here recently. I thought this would maybe be a nice little kind of fun break. You can kind of have some fun doing this. So hopefully this isn't going to be like stressful and a chore to you. Hopefully this is going to be a kind of a nice relaxing assignment that you can just kind of have fun zooming around on a drawing. So that's it for this. Good luck, and there you go.